Hi everybody and welcome back to some more MotoGP 19 here on this channel. This is part number 31 of my career walkthrough, and in today's episode we head to San Marino for the Marco Simoncelli World Circuit, one of my favourite circuits on the tour. Really looking forward to this one. Hopefully we don't get wet weather. I'd love a dry race around this circuit, so let's get straight into it and see if we can get a decent time on the board. Right, so here we go with this development test on the softs. Let's see if we can put in a decent lap time. Now, sure, I was just putting a 140.1, but the times will get a lot quicker than that as we go into qualifying, maybe a second quicker. The temperature looks good so far on the circuit. It looks like it's going to be a dry race, which has put a smile on my face because that's what I wanted. So let's see if we can put a decent time in. So the threshold for this quick lap simulation is a 142.2, but we should easily beat that, and then we'll jump straight into the qualifying. Now, I've only adjusted a couple of things on the bike, but it's not that I'm struggling with. I've actually adjusted my Pro Evolution Controller 2 sensitivity, and I've just got to get used to it. It feels a little bit better. I'm getting a little bit more feedback, but I might be a little bit just struggling a little bit on the triggers out the corners, so I'm just going to have to be a little bit smoother on that, but hopefully as the race goes on I will get a little bit better. But I felt like I needed to adjust it because I just wasn't getting the right feedback and I was struggling. So that's not too bad around that turn. Let's see if we can get a little bit slipstream of Baldassarri, and let's see if we can get past him, and we're just 0.3 off the time. I'm not too fussed about getting the fastest time in this practice session. It's all about putting some laps in, seeing how the bike handles, making some adjustments, and that's what you need to do on these practice sessions. Now, I only really use free practice 3. I don't use all of them. I know some people do, but I only need one. I mean, you get 40 minutes, and I've spent almost 20 minutes, so I think that's long enough just to get the hang of the bike, the circuit, make those adjustments. It's not too bad. Last corner. Let's see if we can just have a better last corner than we did on a previous lap. It's not too bad. Grabbed a little bit of curb, and I think that was a 140.4, was it? That shouldn't be too bad. That's still not as quick as what Schrotters put in, but that is decent enough to move into qualifying, I think. Because you need to get, what's top 6, is it? To get into into the qualifying session 2. Oh yeah, that wasn't too bad. That's put us in 4th. Let's get straight into qualifying and see where we are. So here we go. Right, so we've managed to qualify for the Q2, which is awesome, and we definitely need to speed up a bit, so let's get straight into the qualifying and hope for the best.
Here we are, back at the track, waiting for the second qualifying session to start. 18 riders classified, but only one will start from pole position in tomorrow's race.
Take as much speed through that turn as we can. Be careful. This is not going to be a bad first lap. Final turn. Right onto the apex and to the line. And what time are we going to get? And a 140.3. So that was about the same as what we got in the free practice session, but we definitely need a faster lap than that. So let's go one more lap on these softs. I think I'm going to go with the hard rear and hard front for the race because the tyres are absolutely chewing to bits around this circuit. I found that out very quickly in the free practice session. Let's keep it nice and smooth through there. And that is not too bad. A really good sector 1 there, so we're up on the time. That's what we want. Let's see if we can keep hold of this first position so far, but there is a lot of time to go, and I know one of these guys in this session are going to put in a decent lap at some point. They normally leave it to the last 2 or 3 minutes. Let's see if we can just keep this up. Still up on the time at the second split point. Be careful, need to be a little bit smoother out that turn. To be aware that in the race it's going to be so tough when we're going against some other bikes as well, and little bits of contact are going to cause us real problems in some of these slow corners, so we've got to be careful. Take it as much as we can through there. This corner is very, very difficult. I've been run off once around that turn. Someone got me in the inside, so we're going to have to be aware of that in the race. And that is not a bad turn there. Right, last corner. Is this going to be a faster time? And that wasn't too bad. And to the line, is this going to be quicker? I think it is. And that is a 1:39.3. Still not sure whether that's going to be quick enough, but I'll get into this session and have a look.
It's the end of the second and last qualifying session, and we can finally see the grid positions that await us in tomorrow's Grand Prix.
Well, that was a surprise. I thought the times would dip into the 1:38s, but I got pole position. I ain't going to complain. Let's get straight into the race. So here we go.
Greetings from the Marco Simoncelli World Circuit in Misano, where the Moto2 race is about to begin. The weather forecasts are very reassuring. We'll have sunny weather for the entire duration of the race. Starting grid, where everything seems ready. It's always difficult to predict the results of a Moto2 race, but the riders we're seeing right now. All the riders have taken their places on the starting grid. Riders are deep in concentration with just a few seconds to go until this San Marino Grand Prix begins.
Right, so here we go with the race in San Marino around the Marco Simoncelli circuit from pole position. Can we get a good start into that first corner? And let's try not to spin up that rear too much. Ooh, that wasn't too bad. And we managed to keep the front wheel down, so that is a good start. Right into the first corner. Let's just try and take a nice inside line. And we've managed to take a decent line into that corner. Hold it. And that was quite a good start. Just trying to get used to the hard tyres. Now, we didn't use the hard at all in the session, so it's going to take maybe 1 or 2 laps to get used to them, and that is not bad through there. Just backing off the power, staying with Marquez, and that was pretty good. And Navarro got a good start as well behind us. We've got a bit of slipstream. Can we go around the outside of Marquez? Slow it down. We know he's going to take a nice tight line, and there comes Navarro. Don't you dare make contact. Luckily managed to hold a little bit of a wider line, so we avoided contact there, but he's probably going to come up the inside. I might just have to let go. Yes, there he goes. Look at the dive bombs. They fly into the turn, and sometimes you just need to be aware of that, and that was a good manoeuvre. Right, we should be able to drag him on this straight anyway, and we should be able to get back past him. But Marquez is really starting to pull away. We can't afford to let him get away too much in this race, but it's going to take, like I said, maybe 1 or 2 laps to get used to these hard tyres. Just try and hold it, slow it down. This corner is the one I was really struggling on, and again we've gone really wide into that turn, and Navarro didn't overtake us there, so that is pretty decent. But Marquez has stretched his lead slightly, so let's just try and keep up with him. Got into there pretty fast onto the curb, managed to control it. Right, so let's see if we can just push a little bit harder on this second lap. But these hard tyres just don't feel the same grip, especially at the front. But I just felt with the temperature of the race, it was a real risk to even go with a medium. I think it would have chewed up really badly. So we've gone with the hard, and now we've just got to run with it. Right, slow it down, get it turned in. That's not too bad. Oh, this has been a really good start to the race. Just got to keep this rhythm, be consistent, and let's see if we can just close in on Marquez. We've managed to pull away from Navarro, and there's a gap developing from us to third, which is what we wanted really. And again, we've gone into there a little bit deeper, not getting the tighter lines with these tyres at the moment, but I'm hoping that that will get better as the race goes on. Try and take a tighter line and gone really wide in that turn, just being really smooth on the throttle. And again, that was nicely done. We're not getting all that reaction we were. We're wobbling around, and that's exactly what we need. Right, let's see if we can just push it a little bit more through this corner, and that is nice. We're starting to gain on Marquez, and slow it down into this turn. Got a little bit wider over the apex there, but you can get away with it there as long as you don't make contact with anyone. I think it's that corner, that right-hand turn. If you go over that curb there, you do get a penalty. But the other one's it's not too bad. You can sort of get away with that one. And final turn. And so that is the second lap out the way. We have speeded up a little bit, but we're still not putting Marquez under pressure. So that's exactly what we need to do. We're on lap 3 now. Tyre temperatures are up. And the wear looks pretty good. Maybe we could have gone with the mediums. I'm thinking that was a possibility. But these hard tyres don't feel too bad. And slow down, get it turned in. Again, that is nicely done. It's actually better than what we were doing in the qualifying, to be honest. Much smoother through there, feeling very comfortable, and it's because we're not being pressurised from behind. We've really pulled away from the bikes behind, which has helped us just to get into a nice comfortable rhythm. And that was much tighter into that turn. Slowly open the throttle, and we're starting to get a little bit closer to Marquez. We really need a tight turn here. Right, to be good on the brakes. And again, we've gone a little bit wider than I would have liked. Slowly open the throttle. Oh, the rear span up a bit there, but not too bad. And Marquez is really going for it here. He's trying to pull away, and we've got to close that gap. Can't afford to let him get too far ahead. And trying to go a little bit tighter. Right onto the curb again there. And try and get a little bit tighter into this one. And that is about as good as I'm going to get it. I don't think my setup is allowing me to get the front end really turned into that slow corner, but taking it as fast as I can, and that is just exactly where I know I'm going to lose time. So I've got to make up the time somewhere else on the circuit, and I'm not too bad on sector 1 and sector 2, so if we can just push it a little bit harder. And again, that was another consistent lap, so we need to go a little bit faster than that if we want to win this race, but we have closed the gap to Marquez. Didn't go through there as fast as he probably would have liked. Right, let's see if we can gain a little bit of time on him here. Slow down, get that front end turned in. We just overrun it a little bit there. Be careful. Just managed to correct myself. That was really, I thought I was going to run into him. I sort of backed off on the brakes, and then I ran a little bit wider, but luckily we didn't have anyone behind us, because if they'd come in the inside we could have had a real problem. Right. Let's see if we can go a little bit tighter. Again, we're slowly catching Marquez, but he has been really good at the start of this race. We're on lap 4, so we've got to start making a move soon. Let's just try and hold it into that turn. And that wasn't too bad. I've really got to start pushing it now, because if I don't get him on lap 5, it looks like we're going to finish second, because Marquez has been so consistent, and that was not too bad round there. Nice and tight into this turn. Oh, that was good. Keeping steady through there, carrying the speed through onto the curb. Slow it down. Oh, we've run it wide again. Oh dear. Just don't carry the same speed they do through that turn, and that is really, really affecting me. Right, so we go into lap 5 now, and there's 2 laps to go. This is going to be very, very close right to the end. Let's see if we can just up our level now. We've been really consistent on the lap times, but the lap times haven't been as quick as I thought they would be. But we're managing to stay with Marquez, so I'm not going to complain. Just hold it tight, get good drive around that turn. Right, we need a really good turn here. Slow it down. And again, just not carrying the same nice rhythm through there we did at the start, but no, that wasn't too bad. That worked out nicely, and we're really starting to motor now. Can we get a little bit closer to Marquez on lap 5? He's had a comfortable race. We haven't put him under as much pressure as I would have liked. Again, he's just keeping to those lines, and I'm just running it a little bit wide in each turn, and he's not struggling at all. Let's just hold it a bit tighter, and that was much better. That's exactly what I wanted. Really trying to put the power down, and we should be able to drag him down this straight, and we should hopefully get a little bit closer to him. And just trying to carry the speed, and we should try and get up the inside. No, he's holding a nice tight line, forcing us on the outside, and we're not going to be able to get him on the outside. Right, slow it down. That was a little bit better through there, but again Marquez staying really consistent, nice tight lines, and we've really got to push it here. Right, so we come into the final corner of the 5th lap, going into the final lap. It's all down to the final lap. Can I push it a little bit harder? This is as close as we've been to Marquez the entire race, and we need to make a move on him. Can we get up the inside into this turn? Ooh, bit of contact there. Gone up the inside into the next corner. And just try and hold it. Is he going to come around the outside? No, he's not going to come around the outside. But is he going to get us in the inside? Just trying to hold it as fast as we can. Right, we really need to nail this section here as we're in the lead. Oh, bit of contact by Marquez. He's forced us out wide and he's back in the lead. Don't come off. Wow, big moment there as I tried to correct myself. And we've got someone coming up the inside, but we've managed just to pull away from them. But wow, that was a massive moment there. That's not what you want on the final lap, and Marquez has pulled away. This is going down to the final corners. I've got to push as hard as we can. And again, we have someone coming flying into that turn. No contact there, which worked out for us. Now we need to just nail these corners. We can't afford to go wide here. Keep it tight as possible. We're not too far away from Marquez. It's all going to go down to the final corners, but he has pulled away. This is going to be unbelievable, this finish. Let's turn it in. Got a little bit wider than I would like, just trying to hold the speed. And Marquez is still holding that nice tight line. Ooh, bit of contact there as we try to run into that corner as fast as we can. We're on the outside here. And again, trying to go into that corner. Again, just touching his back wheel, trying to pressurise him as much as I can. Oh, just losing control slightly there into the second to last corner. Trying to hold it as much as I can. I'm pushing this bike to the limit. And in a minute, I'm going to come off. Right, final corner. Can we take it as much as we can through the final corner onto the curb? It's going to be a drag to the line. Are we actually going to win this? Oh my God, over the finish line. Did we win it? That was an unbelievable final corner. We pushed it as much as we can and we taken the win. Can you believe it? That is the closest race I've had on this game so far, and we beat him on the line. There's literally no time between us, but we've been given the win. Unbelievable. What a photo finish that was. And let's get into the results. I cannot believe that. I really can't. What a unbelievable race. I actually had to take a breath. I can't believe that. I really can't. I thought there was no way that we could have won that. But on the final corner, we didn't give up. We took a wider line. We even went onto the curb. I thought we'd lose speed there, but we still beat him to the line. It's unbelievable. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to smash the like button, share the video, subscribe, do what you like. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon for another race on MotoGP 19 here on this channel.